Alright, this is the beginning of part 2 of making sheaths with Randy of Randy's Knives. And if you remember from part 1, we molded our knife. We left it in the press to cool. And so now we're going to take it out and see what we've got here. And here is the raw pressing just as it comes out. You can see the definition that hard foam gives you. And now Randy will take you through the actual finishing of this particular sheath.
Okay. First of all, we need a Dots combat clip. I don't know if Bruce has got low enough, but I have a huge supply of tech locks and combat locks and
all the stuff you need to do it in production, not one off.
Okay, that's the combat clip. Button on the bottom releases it. I'm going to lay this one out as right-handed. It was convertible. You could do it left-handed after the fact, but I'm going to set it up right-handed. I'm going to start with my clip as high as it can go on the blade. Any of these with these clips tend to ride high. In this particular case, I am going to back off just a little from where I did that, and that will give me a little better center than I did holding it where I got the height correct.
And that's something experience making a bunch of these shows you.
Since I'm going to have a double row of eyelets, I use my square to set up the top hole on the opposite side so that it is square with that side. I can use still the same thing on this one. Okay. The way I generally do it is a double eyelet on the bottom so that you'll have a tie down. So we'll put 2 more here. Still using my same spacing. This is the same spacing for a tech lock as well, so it is interchangeable. We'll just kind of rotate and follow the curve of the blade. Okay, and that is laid out the way I want to drill it. I'm not sure you can tell from the camera, but the pencil almost disappears on this material. So I've got a little pen with silver paint, and I just go back and
you can see those dots probably popping up there now.
Okay. And that's where our eyelets will go. In this case, this hot knife is not heavy. I can I don't usually have to do this, but Bruce moved my platform today.
In my defense, I was fixing some stuff for him. That's why I'm down here.
We don't have a flat back, so I'm using this to rub it. Okay, now we still have the raw molded piece with now holes in it. We're going to pop this apart and remove the knife. And now go to the bandsaw. One of the best tools in the shop is this flexible light.
I love them. I've got two.
Now we have it roughly in the shape of a knife. And I'm going to stop talking because of the noise of the machinery. And another tip, Randy does all of his fitting, and I do too, before we put the pins in the thing to hold it together, because all of this little dust you see all over the back of his hand gets in there. If that's a step a lot of people omit, and that's why your blades get scratched. The last thing he does before putting it together is to make sure that he's cleaned that. This is a step that probably some people don't take as well. Another step before hand sanding is clean the inside out of any burrs and leftovers from the drilling, and that will allow it to pull up tight. Another trusty tool, a
Butter knife.
butter knife that my wife doesn't know I stole out of the kitchen.
Uh-oh. I got something on you now.
Okay, now we have to smooth these edges that I can't get to with a buffer. This is where the hands come in, and I have not found any better way to do this than by hand.
We'll get to a tool in a second that he is using, and I made a suggestion on it. It works great for the outside lines, but there's just no way to do these inside ones, and you just really can't get at them. And folks, since there's still a lot of hand fitting, I'm going to do a part 3. We're going to end part 2 here, and we will pick up exactly where we are. I'm just going to do it on the next video. So we'll be right back, YouTube, in part 3.